of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Vikings and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Throwing to start the drive. Callaway. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 12 carries, 67 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw on third down. Callaway. Hard throw, incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
So here come the Vikings with a long field ahead of them. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Cook again. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The numbers a week ago for Cook. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On 2nd down, Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 3rd down, Callaway. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Off the play fake. Callaway toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Callaway. Throw left side complete. That's Baker. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. The Lions at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
On 1st and 10, Callaway. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there. It's 2nd down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Callaway. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. On 4th down, Callaway. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop the throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
On 2nd down now, Buckley. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. Back to throw. Callaway. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On play action, now Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's to Cook out of the backfield. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Right back to Cook for another completion. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 55 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ballgame. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out now come the Lions. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 7-7, our score after one. Off-play action. Callaway. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Callaway. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down mark. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He's got a man, complete. And they get this wild pass midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
I like this focus here because he wasn't letting the ball get that big. The thing about it was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Cook. He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Garoppolo now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So here come the Lions now. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Off the play fake, count away. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Newton. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Now a give, right side. Buckland, they juked him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Callaway. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Buckley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Callaway. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On 3rd and 2, Callaway. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Throwing on 1st down. Callaway. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. To throw on 2nd down. Callaway. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Dana. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one brought in by Jefferson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Zach Wilson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Laviska Shenault, up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. In that game, all tied with the visiting Patriots. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw is Garoppolo. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. They don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the win.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So we can look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Callaway. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Callaway. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. To throw on second down. Callaway. He finds his man. Complete. It's Newton. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Callaway on the move to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. Off play action. Callaway. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Off the play fake. Callaway out to his left.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Off the bootleg. Callaway under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Gardner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Callaway. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. On 2nd down, Buckley, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Callaway. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
The first down pass. Complete to number 26. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 7 and 4.
Off play action. Callaway. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. On 3rd and 2. Callaway. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. At the end, he may have had a chance to release that, but that was too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
The 16-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a... Look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. The Vikings send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A little juke. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Michael Dana
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked him 1st down, too.
They go play action here on 1st down.
He's got his man. That's Ertz downfield.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Callaway to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Back to throw again. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
From the 27, Garoppolo going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
Fair catch made at the 26-yard
Time for another look at this Lions offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw on third down, Callaway. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 20. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Garoppolo's pass complete to T.J. Hockenson. That's a gain of 3.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Garoppolo again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Garoppolo on first down. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 7.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cook will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Take him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Ooh, with a juke. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Count away.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down. Callaway, he finds his man, complete. That's Baker.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a play fake here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Lions are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 15 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They'll run on 1st down. Buckley, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run the counter. Buckley.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the 2nd half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Detroit, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road day next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.